Well, I'm gonna let you know right now, if you don't have a drink, you might wanna go ahead and grab one. Hello, my name is Yana. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Before we get started, because I have something very fun, very special in store for this evening. But I want to give you guys a quick life update. So, the last time we spoke, I was going through some things, y'all. And not to say that life is not still lifing, but I want to acknowledge that life is exponentially greater than it was the last time that I spoke with y'all. And I just want to give all praise to God. I want to say thank you for where I am today. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that life is better than it was. And I'm grateful for the realization that there is power in patience. There's so much strength in letting things unfold the way that they're supposed to, because that increases your faith and it reminds you that, okay, I'm not as in control as I might think that I am. So that just gives God more power and more glory, and it takes less stress off of me, because I can work all day and night. And what is that gonna change at the end of the day? You know, I mean, hard work is important, don't get me wrong. Well, smart work is important. If it needs to be hard, then so be it. But although work matters, we are not in control of the outcome. Okay? Life happens for you a lot of the time, and there's so much strength in just saying, like, I surrender. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I trust that God has my best interest at heart and is gonna make that a reality. So with that being said, let's get started. So, unless you live under a rock, you already know that Mardi Gras just ended, right? So, with that being said, I want to take a dive into a little bit of history surrounding the city of New Orleans and an event that took place right after Mardi Gras, but not in 2022, in 1976, okay? So let's bring this on into frame. If you know me, it's one thing that I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have a drink. In a lot of videos, I've had a drink beforehand.
Mom was like, no, you need to go, you need to go. And I was like, no, I'm not going. And so, maybe like last month, I was walking past the professor's office. She was like, Tori, get in here right now. You need to apply to this program at University of Maryland. It's due.
I may have not been candid about it, but it was there, okay? So today, we just gonna live in our truth, right? It's a Saturday night. I have things to do in a few, and I'm having a drink. I'm having a nice sip of Chardonnay. And I thought it would be fun to fuse some of the things that I love together, right? I love our history, I love our culture. I love knowing that there was someone back in the day that paved the way for where we are now. And I love sharing that story. Sometimes even I get sick of hearing about the first to do this, and the first to do that, and the first to do this. But although the first is not the only person that matters, the first leads the pack. Okay, so we're gonna dive into the history of one of my favorite firsts. A Louisiana legend, a tattoo legend, a black legend, a woman legend, okay? Happy Women's History Month. Let's get into it. Miss Jacci Gresham is the lady of the evening. Anytime you hear me say this word, take a sip. Anytime you see this cup in my hand, take a sip. Miss Jacci Gresham was born in 1951 in Flint, Michigan. She went to school for architecture. She went on to create floor plans for dealerships for General Motors until in 1975 she was laid off. She and a co-worker of hers, Ait Singh, I really hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly, went on down to New Orleans. They looked around, saw it was only 2 running tattoo shops in the city. I'm not talking 2 black shops running in the city. I'm talking 2 running tattoo shops in the city of New Orleans when they went in 1975. So you know what these 2 did? They decided to open up their own shop together. Miss Jacci Gresham wasn't even a tattoo artist at the time, but you know what? She learned right there in her own shop. Art Accent. If you visit the shop today, just know when they started, it was only a quarter of that size. But they expanded, she learned how to tattoo, and she's a living legend. So she is still practicing to this day. Quick story time. So it was back in like 2019, I was turning 24. I went down to New Orleans for my birthday, right? You know me, I'm artsy as hell. I love anything of the sort, especially when I see things that have been like built. People who took their craft and made something like that will last forever, made something that's a part of history based on just doing what the hell they love to do. So we're cruising through the French Quarter. Well, we weren't cruising, we were walking through the French Quarter, and we stumbled upon this shop. And I was just of the spirit of, we in New Orleans, like one of my favorite cities in the country, maybe in the world. Let's get a tattoo. And I just wanted a tattoo that said art, guys. Isn't that so crazy? I was in Art Accent, and I wanted a tattoo that said art. And I had no idea that this was owned by a black woman, anything like that. Oh, and let me say this. Not only is her tattoo shop, oh wait, did I say like what her title is? She is the first black woman tattoo artist on record in the United States of America. And her tattoo shop, Art Accent, is the longest running shop in Louisiana. When she got there, there were already 2 that were going, right? But since they have closed. So I just so happened to be documenting the experience of the weekend. If you go to my page, you will find it. It's a video called Nola My Love. And I documented us going to Art Accent. And it was just such a crazy coincidence that now I'm tattooing. I did this one right here like 2 days ago on myself, and I've done like 5 other tattoos on myself. But it's just so crazy how life conforms and makes all these dope things happen. Her work has inspired so many other young black women, young black people, and just people as a whole to veer down this lane of tattoo art and learn it and become great and build their own things with it. I know of and know so many people who own their own shops and are doing their own thing and living the life that they love. And if it wasn't for this legend, they may not be doing what they do today. So we honor you, Miss Jacci Gresham. Thank you for your work. She is actually highlighted in my virtual museum. So if you have some time, I would love it and appreciate if you stop by the Marcella Virtual Museum. I have an exhibition all about black tattoo art in the USA. I start from the top, from Miss Jacci Gresham, and I go on forth until now. I also have an exhibition titled Black Cheer in the USA. And one more thing, let me just remind you, do not be afraid just because things aren't turning out the way that you thought they would, or if it's taking a little bit longer. Find the joy in today, find the joy in the now of things, and do your best and have fun. Have so much fun. You don't want to lose your fun bone. You don't want to lose the thing that really makes you happy. So live your life, enjoy it, do what you love. Until next time, love you guys, be good.